As you guys can tell, I got cut off, unfortunately, the whole 10-minute thing. And I'm using a filter because, looks matter. Anyway, but they do. They do. They shouldn't matter. Your looks don't have anything to do with the quality of a human being you are. But in terms of perception to others, they matter. And that was the point that I was making. I got cut off. I was talking about, so I just kind of want to pick up where I got cut off. So this is a part 2 video. If you're someone who you actually clicked on this video, bless your heart, I appreciate you. Because I hate leaving cliffhangers and stuff, I hate that. Anyhow, so I was saying that I've never been quote unquote perfect. When I was a little kid, I was considered to be very cute. My mother, will brag about like how people made just the biggest deal about me. I was considered to be such a cute little kid. I mean, talking about like, kindergarten age, around there, and younger. Then around the 3rd grade, I became fat. And everything changed. I needed Coke bottle glasses, way worse than what you see. These are thick. Like, it blows, not necessarily now anymore because I'm used to it, but like when I first started wearing the thinner frames, and these are thin for me because I have super bad, really bad nearsightedness and astigmatism and everything. So these are thin for me, right? When people would see these, they'd say, wow, those are thick glasses. I'm thinking, you have not seen thick glasses apparently, because I used to wear real Coke bottle lenses. These are nothing compared to what I used to wear. But, I became unattractive, unfortunate looking, less than, whatever. And I got punished for it by my peers and by adults too. I just got treated less than. I remember people used to talk about me and hurt my feelings when I was a little kid. It's so sad, One day maybe I'll talk about that more in depth. But, I heard terrible things, and went through a lot of crap and everything. And it led to me dropping out of school when I was in high school. It started in middle school, and then ultimately in high school, I would go on to get my GED, passed it on the first go. Yay. That's another story that I'd like to share at some point. But sticking to the beauty topic, so my life has been profoundly affected by how people perceived my looks. Sometimes I've talked to people and people have said to me like, why are you so obsessed with this? Why are you so hung up on this? Or nobody cares what you look like. And I'm sorry, it's not true. It's not true. And I'm not going to be a party to that lie, because I know that, for me, that's gaslighting, because I know that they do matter. We know that looks matter even from a racial standpoint, that my having brown skin, dark skin, what have you, puts me at a higher risk compared to if I had light toned skin, if I were pale, if I were white, whatever, we know that. My having natural hair, there's a lot of Black women with natural hair that notice that Black men in general don't really try to talk to them with their natural hair. With me, I got a compliment by like a Black and or biracial male before. So sorry, not including my partner. And by the way, because I'm using a filter, then you'll see the lips on my hand. Isn't that cute? But anyway, I got a compliment one time at a Whole Foods where this guy was like, oh, I like your hair. But most of my compliments were from females about my hair. Mostly Black women, but I think maybe a white woman or two said something. But it was mostly Black women. They would compliment my hair, but I've seen women say that if they wear hair like this, then Black men don't usually try to get with them. I don't know. I'd have to kind of dig in my memory bank because I'm in a relationship. And I'm over 300 pounds, so I barely get hit on whatsoever anyway. So, and let me just tell you, there's a big difference from like me at 300 pounds versus me in the 260s, which I think I talked about in my previous video. That 40 pounds makes a big difference. It's funny, like, you don't have to. The thing is, I'm kind of being a little rambly maybe. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be a perfect 10 to be quote unquote beautiful. But if you're, I almost think of it as like beauty feng shui or feng shui, however you pronounce it, is that you know, it's kind of like the grass is always greener. If you have curly hair and you notice, like, no guys are talking to me, and you straighten it out, that might be when you get attention. If you're a straight hair girl and you go curly, that might be when you get attention. You know, there could be a woman who she's watching this and she weighs 200 pounds, way smaller than me, and she doesn't get any attention. But you know, let me get down to 200 pounds and I'm beating them off with a stick. And I can tell you from personal experience, I was like beating them off when I was just 10. I was about 9 pounds bigger than that and higher. And I was just way more attractive to men. But I've seen women who they're way smaller and they say, oh, guys aren't interested. And I don't think it's because I was like so much hotter than them or anything like that. But I think it, you know what I mean? Whatever. Like I said, I don't walk around thinking I'm all that. I'm using a beauty filter. Whatever. I'm now in a place where I am fighting for myself and, realizing like there are beautiful things about me, because for the longest time I used to be really down on myself. I used to think everything about me was wrong. My smile is not perfect. It's not perfect, but I get compliments on my smile all the time. I want braces. I want to straighten these bad boys out. But I do get compliments on my smile. Oh, your smile is so white. Oh, your teeth are so pretty. Oh, I love your smile. And that gave me confidence about my smile. My hair, it's not long and it is coarse hair. It's not what's called the so-called good hair in the Black community, but I've gotten compliments on my hair. And, it makes me appreciate my hair, what I believe to be 4B hair. It makes me appreciate it, because like I have been admired on it and stuff. I have gotten compliments and everything, My skin, I have discolorations, I have acanthosis nigricans, as you guys can see. And I'm working on it with my weight loss, and I'm also using retinol and alpha hydroxy and all that, and hopefully within about a year it'll be dramatically different, improved, But on that note, I think the skin on my face looks pretty good. I'm 41 years old. Granted, I'm wearing makeup and I'm using a filter, so this is not the best way, but you can go look at my videos where I'm not wearing a filter, and I think my skin, like, I'm pretty proud of it. It's not perfect, but I'm pretty proud of it. So I'm saying all this to say that you don't have to be perfect, but you should try to be the best version of yourself, of you. Okay? You don't have to be, what is her name? Gigi Hadid or whoever. You just need to be you. You just need to